Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going into the event quest chapter 3.1 up against the new boss, Jubilee. And you know, she's not too terrible to fight. Definitely when she doesn't have like the Footloose, she'll be an easy defender if you ever see her. This has Rise to Power. When you knock them down, if you hit them, they gain 50% of a bar of power under pressure. Where this is a newer one where if you block, if you dash back basically twice within, there's like 1.2 seconds or whatever, you get a Disorient debuff on you, which, you know, it can be to your benefit because if you have willpower you can heal off of it, but you need to know if you have that Disorient up, like your parries can fail, get a little extra block penetration and whatnot. So first off, I'm going in with Warlock, and you know, I haven't fought this girl yet. It's the first time, and I just did this like yesterday, on the 11th or the 10th. Maybe it was Sunday. So we're just going in and doing a lot of parry heavy, trying to bait out her special one, which is really easy. Just basically get out of range, and then just doing some parry heavies, hit her with an L2. I mean, things are going good. Her special 2, which you'll see in just a second, it's basically got like one blast that you need to dex right there. Got it. And you know, as far as like the AI goes, you know, when you got the Footloose on, you can pretty much kind of just dash back once, and then when she comes in, and she'll go back out, and then just back in, back out. And you can kind of wait till the Footloose, the Unstoppable, and the Evade falls off. And you know, right there I was just hitting into the block while I was trying to get that Disorient off. So like here, it's just dash back, and she goes back. I mean, her AI is pretty passive. It's not very aggressive. She's not going to keep coming for you. And, you know, everything's going so far so good, but I do end up dying here towards the end, I think. And it's the only time that I died to this boss. And I'm trying to think if I just got cornered, or what. But I would recommend that you don't need to really dash back like that all the way to the corner, just because you're gonna lose your spacing, and if she throws her special on there, I do get a dex on 2 heavies in the corner, intercept her, hit her with a special 2. You know, things are going good, and maybe I get tagged by, no, I think did I get tagged by a special 2? She throws off 2 special ones back to back. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, as a defender, I don't really see anything great that she has in her kit that would be troublesome. Offensive wise, looks interesting. She can get a lot of prowess. You can use that to your advantage. You could probably come in here with Ronin and cheese her pretty good, if you let her build up a bunch of those prowess. Yeah, but you know, I do try some champs that can counter the Footloose. There's a number of champs that can block the Evade and the Unstoppable. Like She-Hulk would be a good option. Spider-Gwen would be a good option. I didn't try either one of those. But, I mean, the fight's going pretty well. Got over 100 hit combo going. And I mess up here somewhere right at the end. And I can't remember how or why, what happens. Maybe I just miss a block. Yeah, right there. I just miss a block. And then I'm just about dead. And I think maybe I go for an intercept. And I miss it? Yeah, right there. So, messed up towards at the very end. I go in with Sunspot, and I tap her over pretty easy. But I mean, pretty much, you can pretty much use any champion to take this girl down. Do need a little bit of patience. Do need to be aware that you can miss some parries because of the Disorient. If you get that put on you, you can heal from it with willpower again. Yeah, so it's nothing too crazy. Pretty self-explanatory. I try a bunch of different options just for fun. And here I hit her with a bunch of incinerates. I could have just done one tap. I'm just gonna let her burn out, and she drops right there. So there's my first encounter with Jubilee. Looks like an interesting champ, but man, there are so many good mutant champs in the game right now. It'll be interesting. It'll be a while before I can get her, but you know, we'll see. So next up, we're going in and we're gonna hit this with Guardian, I think. You know, for the pass on this chapter, it's got the Cosmic Grit. Man, Hyperion is a beast. Angela is awesome, and she's only a rank 1 6-star. She hits crazy amounts. Silver Surfer does a really good job as well. Venom would be really good. And so for here, you know, Jubilee is a mutant. Guardian's a tech, so I got the class advantage. I don't really have anything going for me with Guardian though, as far as doing anything with the slow and the evade. But I do have a nice block proficiency, getting those perfect blocks. And my goal here is to build up to a special 3, and I think I only do 1 special 3, and then I just nuke her. Maybe I go to 2, I can't remember. But then I just nuke her with a special 2, and she just gets wrecked. Guardian is a lot of fun. And man, he's a great synergy member to help chip damage and get perfect blocks and all that for the rest of your team. Super happy to have him as a rank 5. Maybe one of these days I'll get him as a 6-star, who knows. So here I got 10 of those charges, and I do have the Sasquatch synergy where on parries I deal shock damage, so that's not normally what you would see with just regular Guardian stuff. I do have a synergy active with Sasquatch, and I just brought Sasquatch to try that because I haven't ever tried the synergy, and you know, it's pretty decent damage. 243 shock a tick. Granted, it's class advantage, but yeah, it's good. It's a little bit extra, you know, to have on the side. And I think I just do 1 special 2, and I nuke her. Maybe. We'll see. I think I just kind of dance this one out. She dashes in, dash back. Oh no, I did do 1, and it wasn't enough. Yeah, I think I end up killing her with, I think I try another special 2, and it doesn't do it because I have like no charges built up, and then I finish her with a special 1. I think if my memory serves me right. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those heavies. Getting some decks. I don't know, I just kind of felt like, I don't know what the cadence is, but whatever it is, I've done it with Warlock and now Guardian now, and both were able to fully dex it in the corner, which was nice without like too much craziness. Yeah, I finish her off with an L1 right here, just enough. And we get the solo. Yeah, so not too bad. Guardian's a decent option. Again, you just kind of need to play around the unstoppable and the evade, but not too big of a deal. Next up, do we use Symbiote Supreme? No, on this one we use Mojo. So I brought in Mojo because I just figured, hey, if she's got buffs, then Mojo will just love that and will degen her. I don't have him charged at all because he wouldn't really work on the path unless I did some other synergies to get him extra buffs with the Cosmic Grit. Or actually, would he work? No, I think it was Cosmic Grit, and you had to have buffed up. You had to have 3 buffs, yeah, to do damage. So here I'm just kind of trying to complete the prompts as they come up. Mojo's getting rid of the unstoppables and evades really fast because I have, what synergy member does that? It's either Cork or Longshot. And I just need to end a buff, so I just hit her, get rid of my Dex, get the Fury active. I got my 5 followers, subscribers. I don't know the difference between the persistent charge and the follow. I think it's subscribers goes the persistent charge, and the followers are what's the charge that you have in fight. I think maybe I have those flip-flopped, but I got 5, so I got that Fury active. Look at that degen damage, it's going 2,000 plus a tick, and yeah, she's gonna start degenning a lot as those unstoppable and evades get off. I'm gonna be regenning. She's got the prowesses. I have the hater buff, and you know, just lots of buffs, and Mojo loves that. So I can be regenning a lot. She's gonna be degenning a lot. I do have Mystic Dispersion 3 out of 5, so I'm gonna be gaining some extra power gain as well. Yeah, it's just gonna be good times. So Mojo is a good and fun option. You know, there's a lot of power gain going on where you can throw a whole bunch of specials where she's not throwing too many, and then even when she throws them, her buffs are falling off so fast, and he's just feeding off of that. So yeah, this was a fun fight. I do get smacked right there towards the end. I'm gonna hit her with an L1, get some more degen going a little bit. Definitely L2 and L3s is where you get massive amounts of degen. Now this one's a special attack, which you can't really do when she's got the unstoppable, so I switched that up, and now it's just use a special attack. And I think she's gonna die right about here. Throws off her special 2. I do evade that, which was nice. Yeah, and she degens to death. And I pretty much ended with like pretty decent health. But yeah, Mojo's a good option. And he's fun, and he didn't need to be ramped up. I do have a couple synergies going on for him though. Next up, we're gonna go in with Symbiote Supreme. He's gonna love all the buffs that Jubilee gets. It's gonna boost up his charges. I can't think of what they're called at the moment. His blessings. Yeah, once he's at 100 and you like launch off an L3 or you're in the Fury mode, you're gonna be doing a lot of bleed damage. So I was gonna just try to get to an L3 with 100 charges, and we get there, we throw one off. So this is gonna activate all of his modes, all of his 3 blessings. Got the armor, the power gain, and the Fury, and then I just start spamming her with L2. I do get clipped there. Here, I think I just start spamming. She does evade that one. We get back, I think we get back up to another special something. Let's see. There, we just throw a special 2 with the Fury on. Gets a couple armor breaks. We're getting those bleeds like crazy. I do have max deep wounds, 3 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion. So I have gotten clipped. It's kind of interesting. I got clipped by both of those special 1 blasts, but I was able to recover. I don't think that's intended. I'll let somebody else report that bug to Kabam. I would think that if you got hit by that, you would still kind of be like stunned or whatever, to where the AI could finish the special. But we throw off another L3, and then here, this is where it starts to get kind of nutty. I'm gonna do an L2 as she right here, bunch of armor breaks, bunch of bleeds, get a whole bunch of power back, intercept her with another L2, and then intercept her with another L2. And look at all those bleeds and the weaknesses and the armor breaks. It's kind of crazy. And then we're gonna finish her off here, I think with another L2. We tried to get an intercept. She didn't come in for it. I think we finished her off with an L1 right here. So yeah, SymSupreme, he's a good option. Can keep off a lot of the buffs that she's getting, and yeah, he takes her down. I did get tagged by those two L2s, but makes it through. Not too much damage. And let's see, we got 2 more battles. Oh yeah, so this one, oof. So I was thinking, oh, let me try a slow champ. And I'm like, oh, let me try something maybe a little bit more difficult because of the class disadvantage. So I was thinking, let's try Stealth Spidey. Well, you might think to yourself, Mad Dog, you don't know Stealth Spidey. And you're right, I don't use him a lot. He's a rank 2 6-star unawakened. I apply the web foam. Well, what I didn't realize, and I found out very, very quickly, that Stealth Spidey cannot apply the web foam on mutants. And you know, I haven't used him a ton, and while you're in arena, you always have the tranquilizer pre-fight on. You can't change it, and I'm pretty certain I've used him on some mutants here and there, and there's no disability there. But with the slow pre-fight with the foam, you cannot apply that on a mutant. And so you can see, like, I'm trying to apply it with my light attacks, but it is not applying. It does consume the charges, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a long fight. I think I end up getting back to L3 to get charges back, and I'm like, well, I just need to make sure I can maybe get one of the foams activated on maybe a special one. Maybe that will work. It doesn't actually apply the web foam to make her so that she can't go unstoppable and have that evade charge, but I can get the crit precision passive on my L1 with the evade up. I just won't be able to get the fury, which really stinks. And so, you know, this does just show that pretty much anybody can do this fight. This is going to be like a 200 hit fight. I think I do get tagged like right in the middle. So I think I have like 2 100 hit combos or so. But yeah, I mean, you can do it. You can do it with a weaker champ. And yeah, I just don't use Stealth Spidey. If I would have used the tranquilizer, then this would have gone a lot faster, because I would have been able to get the crit passive and the fury passive, and I would have been able to hit a lot harder than I am right now, because I mean, I'm just critting for, I think it was like 1,000, which is not a lot right there. So I go in trying to counter the heavy, and that's where I get hit, and then I don't think I get hit for the rest of the fight, I believe. I'll let this play out, but one tactic that I used was bait her special, and then when she has her evade and unstoppable up, I just kind of dash back and kind of just do a dance back and forth. I think like dash back right here, dash back again, and then she's pretty predictable and you can pretty much get an intercept on. So I didn't get one right there, but I do towards the end of the match, where I'm just kind of getting in the flow, where I know her AI is pretty predictable. So I'll let this play out. It is a long fight, nothing too special. Definitely, if I were to do this again, I probably just wouldn't even use Stealth Spidey. I would have tried a different slow champ. But yeah, he does not work for removing or preventing the slow and the unstoppable, but I mean, he does work. Just need to play solid. You do get the willpower healing from the Disorients. Yeah, he can take her down. So I'll see you at the end of this clip. so we're finishing this fight up. Man, it's been a long, drawn-out battle. I didn't plan on spending this much time on doing this fight with her, but you can see, like, you can do those draft backs while she has the unstoppable and evade up. You do it like once or twice. She goes back, and then on the next time, boom, you can intercept her like that. Very, very predictable AI here, and she's pretty passive. But yeah, and we take her down, and it was, I think it's going to be a total of 282 hits. That's just way too many. Experiment failed. And yeah, so let's move on to the next one, which is the last fight. And I'm like, well, let's try to make this significantly faster. So I just used a classic Star-Lord. I had recently ranked him up to rank 5. Just kind of a guilty pleasure. He's still a beast. If you don't get hit, man, he hits like a truck. And so here we're just gonna build up a combo and see how high or technically how low we can get, and see how many hits it does is needed to take out this Jubilee boss. And it's not too many. I think I'm trying to think it's 50, maybe it's 70, which is well less than the almost 300 that I just did on Stealth Spidey. Get a decent armor break, but that armor break came when she had a bunch of power, so I'm really not going to be able to capitalize on that. I think the next special 2 ends up putting a shock on her, and I think I'm trying to think if it kills her. Maybe I do 3 special 2s total. Yeah, just kind of trying to wait out some of this, and then boom, intercept her. So you can just see, like, you can kind of just dance, and then when the evade and the unstoppable falls off, you can just intercept her, and just very predictable. Yeah, so I think we're gonna get a big L2 off here. Boom. And it only does a power drain. Yeah, so I think the next one does crit, and I think it does the shock as well, which is the juicy one. Yeah, it's gonna be right after this. And intercept. No, she kind of got out of that rhythm. Got the fury up. Should have thrown the L2 right there. But boom, yeah, 71 hits. Finish her off. So that's all we wrote. That's all she wrote for Jubilee. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck. Peace out.